Oh, what do we have here? Oh, looks like House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy is demanding that Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey publicly testify on Capitol Hill about shadow banning conservatives. I tried to warn you, Jack. As I'm sure you heard 2 weeks ago, dozens of Republican members of Congress learned that they were shadow banned after Congressman Matt Gaetz tipped them off about it, after he was tipped off by Andrew Torba, the founder and CEO of Gab. And then a few days later, President Trump started tweeting about the shadow banning, and then finally, Twitter said, oh, well, it's just a glitch. It was just a big mistake. As you probably know, my account was one of those completely shadow banned from the search, as were most of the prominent pro-Trump social media personalities. And in the blog post, it said, well, they're not shadow banning, but they are suppressing accounts that engage in divisive behavior. So I responded to Jack Dorsey's post and asked, why were the accounts, mine included, shadow banned? What specific instances caused this? What are the specific limitations placed on those accounts? How long will the penalties be upheld? When or do they expire or reset? What's the appeal process to dispute the punishment? I don't want to say I've been trolling Jack Dorsey for years, because it's not trolling. I'm asking him legitimate questions, and he surprisingly responded with this incredibly lengthy tweet that says, Mark, please read the blog post. I responded, Jack, I read the blog. Nothing in there about accounts getting notified if they're labeled a bad actor. Nothing about the limiting features expiring over time if their behavior improves. There's no metric showing what extent specifically a user's account has been limited, etc., etc. Of course, he buried his head back into the sand and didn't answer mine or anyone else's questions because, as far as his transparency and concern goes, as a CEO, he gets an F. But now it looks like he's going to have to answer some questions because it looks like he's already scheduled to testify in front of a Senate Intelligence Committee next month. Who knows if that'll be public? Probably not. But now members of the House want him to testify in a public hearing. But don't worry, people. Twitter just set up a new task force to stop people from trolling and being so mean and to improve the health of conversations on the platform. And guess who heads this new uncivil task force? It's Rebecca Trumbull, who thinks that President Trump is a Nazi. Moments after Twitter announced the leaders of this new task force, we searched through a bunch of their tweets and found gems like this. Quote, Trump quintupled down on his commitment to white nationalists, says the leader of the task force. They're just about all he's got left. Another member of this task force thinks that the basic tenets of the Republican Party are hateful. Patricia Rossini, PhD, said of the Republican National Convention back in 2016, summarizing tonight, hate, 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 wall, hate, hate, LGBTQ, hate, hate, ban immigration, hate, 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 law and order. She also tweeted to the president telling him to stop talking. Yes, Twitter hires anti-Trump researchers to study echo chambers and uncivil discourse. Another one tweeted, quote, science says low-informed voters go for Trump. She also said that, quote, Trump looks cruelty in the face and demands more of it, and that constant vigilance is needed. Wow, I'm really looking forward to Jack Dorsey trying to explain how his company doesn't have a liberal bias all the way to the top. And next, we need to have YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki answer some questions, who, if you haven't seen it, she thinks that when men interrupt her while she's talking, it's a sexist microaggression. Go check my previous video on that if you haven't seen it. And to combat the mass demonetization of my channel, I'm going to be releasing a brand new shirt every 3 weeks, and the latest one is the Ronald Reagan Donald Trump shirt, which you can get from MarkDice.com or click the link in the description below. You can get it in a bunch of different colors, as well as t-shirt, long sleeve, hoodie, etc., etc. You probably know the drill by now. Your purchase helps keep this channel going. So thanks again for your support. Check back tomorrow for a new report, and I will see you soon.